Ross, the co-owner of the Rail Yard Wake and Aqua Park. Ross, can you tell us a little bit about how this park started?
I grew up in the, going to a cottage and then actually joined a water ski club and grew up around water sports at a young age. Going into the odd competition and really liked the outdoor activity of the water sports. It was a club, so it was behind a boat and you paid as you went behind a boat. And then really, I was inspired. I went to an actual cable park and saw it, and I actually tried. I took my daughter back. I was all excited, and it was amazing just to have that opportunity to be able to go without a boat. Didn't have to have a cottage, so I thought it was a great idea. It was brilliant. I did some investigation. There's tons of these in Europe. In Germany, there's so many cable parks in Germany, and it really opened up the sport. So that was took 2 years to find a location and everything like that. So that's the inspiration.
So why is it called the Rail Yard?
Behind you right now, there's actually there's tracks. You may see a train today. It's a very active rail, and there is and the actual things in the water they do call rails. So when they do slide along on their boards, they do have rails. They call those rails as well. So there's a double meaning there.
Cool. Learn something new every day. So your belief is that everybody should have access to board sports, and this is so accessible for people being really close in the GTA. Why do you think everybody should try this out?
Well, again, it goes back to the opportunity, I think, where you don't have to have that boat, the cottage, and really opens up the sport where anybody of any age, we've had as young as 5. We have a 67-year-old gentleman that comes out every week, and that's one of his sports that he does. You know, it's great physical activity. It's great in the water. From wakeboarding, we did introduce the Aqua Park you see behind me 2 years ago, and it was a great addition to the park itself. A lot of people were intimidated coming to the park, only knowing it was wakeboarding, not understanding what wakeboarding was. They would go to the Aqua Park and they would enjoy themselves out there, all ages out there, mums and dads and kids. And then they would sit on shore and they would see young kids or older people going out on the wakeboards and seeing, wow, it's actually not that hard to do. They pop right out of the water, and the speed is very controlled. The driver does sit on shore. We have it's a remote control, and he can control the experience very precisely. For the beginners, it's not like a boat where the driver can be 100 feet away or 75 feet away, not really experiencing the rider. He can see him from shore and really experience what that rider's doing, give him great instruction, work with them really close to shore until they get the hang of it.
So we are here with Jordan, who is going to be my instructor today and the manager of the Rail Yard Wake Park. Can you tell us what else you do here?
Yeah, so I do a little bit of everything. I build the features, drive the cable, teach some lessons, hang out with camp kids, and I also, one of the perks of the job is I get to ride a lot.
So water sports have always been nerve-wracking and thrilling for me. What kind of encouragement can you give to people doing this for the first time?
Yeah, one thing I'll tell people is it's only water. Even if you fall, bring the handle back to you, get back up right away. It's not gonna hurt. You can dial the speed down really slow for beginners, so take it nice and slow in the beginning. It's not gonna hurt too bad if you fall.
So how can you ensure that people are being safe here and they're not going out in the water hurting themselves?
Yeah, so to be out on the water, you need to have a life jacket, you need to have a helmet. We're not gonna send out anyone on the water that we don't think is comfortable, so we'll do a little bit of a lesson in the water here, make sure you're comfortable with the water before we send you out too far.
So I'm ready to go out into the water. Any last things I should know before I get out there?
Keep your knees bent, arms straight, look where you wanna go.
Okay, and hopefully I don't crash.
You'll be good.
All right, let's do this.
We have actually 3 people that are on the Ontario elite team. So they're competing when we were able to compete in Ontario and across Canada as well at a national level. So their progression is all the way up. You can do multiple types of tricks and different tricks on the features that we have in the water. So you can, instead of just going off just over it, you can now add a 180 to it, you can add a 360 to it, you can add a grab to it. There's a lot of different variations and higher level tricks that you can perform on these features.
But if people did want to spend all day here, what kind of packages do you offer?
We have different packages, all the way from they can just book a 10-minute session, get the equipment. We have full rental gear, look after them totally in that sense, from helmets to boards to life jackets. From a lesson point of view, we do have different packages there, 30-minute lesson, an hour lesson, and that can be spread over a family of 4 people, up to 4 people for the hour lesson, and that would give them full instruction, full boards, full gear, and look after their experience in the hour. So we will cater our needs, and we have adjusted the packages for that.
So I couldn't land the jumps, but I had a great time. If you want to try your hand at wakeboarding, head to railyardwakepark.com.